Greetings everyone, this is Lightstar and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to dive into what is coming up for the fall of 2018 in my Oracle Consciousness readings. And I love doing these readings because it actually shows our trajectory on the overview of our consciousness and what we're working on and what the energies are showing us and assisting us and helping us with along the path and the journey that we are down here on Earth. So I'm going to talk about that. I have a couple of things I want to share with you at the end, but right now we want to just open it up and look at what is coming up for the fall. So actually, before I do that though, I like to look back at this previous summertime, because in the summer, particularly this past summer, which was a heyday of all sorts of chaos and confusion for a lot of people, because astrologically speaking, we had so many planets in retrograde, and not just Mercury retrograde, but some of the big planets that were retrograde. Mars, for example, Saturn, and some of the bigger planets that went into retrograde for quite some time, and it was pretty much the whole summer. So now most of them are gone redirect now as we move into the fall, but some of them still are in retrograde. And I know, for example, Uranus, my ruling planet, is in retrograde, and it will be, I believe, all the way through the fall into winter. If I'm not mistaken, it's January, but don't quote me on that. But anyways, this is a big thing because, you know, that planet actually has a lot of topsy-turvy spontaneity can be happening, but since it's retrograde, just anything goes with that. So there can be some erratic behavior with that. But because of the fact that we had so many of these planets in retrograde throughout the summer, I feel that there were some energies we were all really working with and trying to get through. So I wanted to look at, before we go into what's coming for the fall, I want to look at what we have gained through that experience, or kind of what we were going through in a larger sense, okay? So to do this Oracle Consciousness reading, I always use my Magical Dimensions Oracle cards, my trusty friends and guides that I've created this deck. A lot of you guys already have it, but in case you haven't, this is what it looks like. And it's awesome, awesome, awesome. It has this beautiful box and this amazing full color catalog in here, pretty much, that has all of the information that you need about the cards themselves. So you can pick that up, and I'll talk about that later. But that's what I use for my Oracle Consciousness readings. Okay, so I have chosen a couple of cards beforehand so that I can share with you what's going on with the energies here. And so as we're looking at the summer, okay, we're just looking at what we gained from this past summer before we move into fall. And the first card we get is challenges, okay? And challenges have to do a lot with not just challenge. In this case, we were dealing with a lot of blocks in this past summer. And I know that for myself and for a lot of people that I know, we were getting a lot of feelings like starting and then stopping, like moving forward and having this momentum, but then having to kind of not be able to really move forward like we like with it. We've kind of felt a little bit stalled, a little bit stationary or stagnant with the energies, because, you know, there was this very crazy kind of, I want to move forward with my project, but no, I can't because this, and this hasn't happened yet, or this isn't lined up yet, or whatever it is. And so we felt a little bit like being on a roller coaster going forward and backwards at the same time. So it's been a little bit wow. So those are the kind of challenges I feel that a lot of people have been dealing with. And also challenges in communications, okay, relationship communications in any way, shape, or form. With that, been a little bit strained, been a little bit difficult. There was a lot of heavy emotions that were coming forth that I feel were also getting in the way of some of our momentum forward. Okay, so that's kind of what challenges was bringing for us, but we also gained a lot from that too, because we were having to deal with a lot at one time. And when you're having to deal with that, it caused a lot of stress for many people as well. And the energetics of the consciousness was a little chaotic. So there was good things happening in the background as well. I don't want to say it was all bad, because it wasn't. There were some good things that were coming forth, and some of that is going to be in the next card, which is forgiveness. Okay, so this is the card of forgiveness. It also has to do with what we were bringing into, or what we were brought into, was a level of rejuvenation, a downtime for ourselves. You know, sometimes when we're going, and then we don't take enough of a break, we don't get enough rest, and we feel wiped out. And a lot of the energies of that forward and backward, that took a lot of our energy, you know, to be excited and then kind of like, oh, you know, depressed about it the next day, and then moving again. So there was a lot moving around, and that really wiped us out. So there was some need for us to kind of take some downtime and just not make major decisions at that time, but just to really go within and be in our own skin and feel our own energies and just kind of decompress a bit. And so it's not just forgiveness, it's also about downtime, relaxing, going into nature, just receiving a lot of energies that are coming in, so that you can have more of the burst of energy that comes forth, which I feel is coming more, what we're going to be talking about. And then we also dealt with some emotional freedom. And this card is depicting that we also were very vulnerable at this time, were we not? There was a lot of vulnerability, and it was difficult for us to, I guess, go through our processes sometimes, because we felt so a little bit off balance and out of alignment, and with a lot of different things. So this is just the overview. So I'm feeling like the energy that we gained from this was, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not have all the answers. Because how many times are we, you know, always having to have all the answers? And we sometimes just don't. And sometimes we just have to go, I'm not really sure at this moment, but I'm going to take the time to figure it out, or let it come to me, or do some more prayer and meditation so I can get some more clarity on that. And so there was some vulnerability that all of us were feeling. We were also going into a process of rebalancing our energies, and to rebalance the energy, we also had to release and let go of a ton of baggage, a ton of things that we're holding on to in some of these old patterns that we still kind of need to release. So I feel like a lot of us had this past summer's energy of, what do we need to let go of so that we can move forward in a more healthy way? So if it was in your business, you may have had to restructure some things in your business, reorganize, maybe get organized for the very first time. Okay, so there was some need to reorganize our life, shift things around, get things kind of moving where they need to be and where you feel a little bit better, and maybe pull some of those things out from the past, from the old closet that you've been stuffing away. And now's a good time to bring those forth and start looking at what you need to do, okay? So this is kind of what I feel we learned from this summer. This is kind of the energy of it. Now, as we move forward into the fall, so what's coming forth for fall, you guys? Well, what I did was I decided to split up fall into 3 different segments. So just think of the fall, the entire, few months that we have of the fall season, split up into 3 kind of segmented time frames, okay? So, and I'm not looking at, necessarily exactly when or anything, but I just, that's what the guidance was when I was choosing cards to pick, was the, segmented time frames. So let's look at the first beginning stage, okay? And what I feel is coming with that. And we got oneness. Now, oneness is a little bit more of the masculine energy. So this card represents more of that masculine energy. Now, this is really important because what we were just talking about the fall, about the summer, this past summer, and what we just came out of, what was all of the planets that were basically in retrograde. A lot of them were like the more masculine energy planets, okay? So a lot of, not all of them, but there was a majority of them. And what we were feeling was this kind of masculine energy drive, and yet what? Mars, retrograde too, where we couldn't move forward. It was like this kind of inching forward and then moving back. So what I feel now in the beginning phase is now we have a time, a chance to redirect that energy of the masculine so that it can move forward. So I feel this is a little bit of a reprieve. Now I know we're already in September, so but I was feeling that September's energies definitely gives us a break from all of the chaos, all the confusion. Might have been a little bit of a quieter month even, but quieter in a good way, not quieter in the way that we were feeling before. So this feels like it's moving forward of this masculine drive that wants to go forward, wants to step into movement, momentum forward. And that's what I feel we're going to be getting, is this kind of movement forward in a nice trajectory that's going to help to balance and rebalance our masculine energy again. So there's been a lot of drive, for the past few years specifically, but the feminine energy, there's a rise of the feminine, the divine feminine energies. And that's been really good and really needed because, why? We're trying to just rebalance the masculine energy, not get rid of it, not, be more superior to it. It's more about the rebalancing. And so I feel that some of that energy got a little topsy-turvy with masculine energy, and now it's coming a little bit more back into a rebalanced state and a more harmonious state and a much more grounded state too. So that's what I feel we're going through in the first section of the fall season. And that's when we regroup, we reground, we get centered, we get rebalanced and reharmonized, and we can now move forward a bit more with some power behind it and with some grounded and centeredness. Now, so that's kind of the energies of the first part of the season. Now we kind of go into the mid-season of the fall, and in that middle kind of ground there, we get Sacral Portal. Now this is analogous. This is one of the cards in my deck that is related to the chakra system, and this one is related to the sacral chakra. It's your second chakra. And what does the second chakra have to do with? That's all about creativity. My favorite subject, creativity. This is all about creating. This is all about the energy moving. This is about the flowing, that life force that is within all of us now. In the middle of the fall season, we'll get a really big chance to get a boost of expression. So I feel like some of these projects, perhaps, ideas or things you've been working on, things that kind of haven't been going as you'd like, now feel like they'll have some momentum and they'll have a place of expression. Some of the puzzle pieces will come back into place and fit exactly where they're supposed to, whereas before the puzzle piece was like way the heck on the other side of the room. Maybe you found it, maybe it was on the other side of the couch, and you finally find this puzzle piece. Now you can put it back into place. So it's this beautiful expression of creativity and of the coming back within yourself to who you are as that beautiful creator that can create anything and everything in your field, in your energy field. You create your own reality, right? So now, what does your reality want to look like? What do you want to create? What do you want to bring forth? And some of this will go into this gestating period of time for what you want to put forward into 2019. So we're not there yet, but this is just the beginning phases, I believe, of a lot of people generating energy and generating the creative stuff that they want to also get going into the next year as well. So this is a good time for us to write books, to come out with new material, to create that new artwork, to dance, to bring out some new things that wants to come forth from your own expression. Okay, really powerful time, I feel, is going to happen in that time period in the middle of the fall season. And now, when we look at the the last half of the fall season, we are looking at releasing. And releasing is letting go, right? So, and as we see, this is coming into the sort of end of the year, because fall kind of falls in that time period of where it's getting close to the real end of the year, and we're going to be having a chance, an opportunity to purify and release and let go of some of those old patterns and some of those things that we were holding on to that we haven't quite released yet, that may still be in the background from this summer as well. I feel like this summer is going to bring up a lot of it, and then slowly but surely we're having the chance to kind of release and let go. So this is like a perfect card to get for the end of the year, because it's very, very powerful time to say, what wants to stay and what wants to go, right? The middle of the fall season, you're now just getting momentum with all this creative and this juice is flowing and everything's coming together, and you kind of want to have these ideas and things you want to flow. And then you have to kind of say, well, what doesn't fit with all of that? Or what in my past, in this whole year, do I want to release and let go of? Okay, so it's a very powerful time of releasing and purifying and cleaning house or whatever you want to do. It also feels like it's a lot of time of spiritual purification, spiritual cleansing, and also we've been integrating some things from our higher selves, which have come. That's the interesting part about this summer energy, is that the cosmic waves were bringing a lot of energy towards for us to step forward into our true selves and to be more connected with our higher self. And so because of that force that came through at a time when we was also topsy-turvy and everything was going backwards and stuff. So now it's a time to sort all of that out and say, what was it that I received in that summertime, that chaotic time, but also the time where I was to receive downloads of information that was integrating. And then now it's going to be a time to say what feels more in alignment with me and who I really am and where I want to go and what I'm all about and what I want to bring to this planet. And then what needs to be released and let go of at the end, towards the end of the year, so that there can be a revival, a renewal of the energies coming forth for getting prepared and ready for this new coming year, which I'll be back to talk about that too. But for now, we're just focusing on the fall energies overall. So when I talk about these energies, we're really, we're talking in a global perspective, a larger perspective, and I understand that each one of you are going through your individual personal issues and all of those things. This is just kind of the global consciousness, because obviously I can't read individually for everybody, because there's people that are watching this video from now until, a long ways away. So, but if you do want to have a personal session with me, or you're dealing with some personal stuff that you really want to get looked at, you can also go onto my website at lightstarcreations.com, and I have many different sessions that are available for you guys, from looking at your soul origins and discovering that, to doing my light language clearing and activation. It's a good time to do that. Although I am getting booked up, so just for those of you who have private sessions, I do get booked up ahead of time, so you'll probably want to check and make sure to plan ahead. But great time to do some cleansing and clearing of your energy field and really kind of release and let go some of that mucky muck that gets stuck in our energy fields. So you can go onto my website and check out my sessions page and what I have to offer there for some more personal attention. Now, I've also got a little bit of announcement to make, which is about something that's coming up this fall. And speaking of fall, it will be launching in October, and it's going to be my new show that is going to be called Eyes Wide Open, and it will be on Sci-Spy TV network. Sci-Spy TV is a actual network that will have like many different shows on it, and it's all merging science and spirituality together, so there'll be lots of content. But my particular show is going to be called Eyes Wide Open with Lightstar. So you're gonna have to go check it out when it's launching. It's gonna be really exciting, and I am going to be bringing lots of interesting content. A lot of it will be what I already have had on my YouTube channel to start, and then I will have some more content that I'll be bringing along with that. So you're gonna have to go check that out because it's gonna be super awesome and super fun. And I'm also going to be bringing out some new content in a different way, in a different manner, and that will be also coming forth. These are some of the things that I'm looking at doing, some more video content in a different way that is going to be kind of more exciting and premium for you guys. So that's coming forth as well. And I also want to share a little bit of the new thing that I just launched. And this is coming from one of the last YouTube live videos that I did, where I had some suggestions from some of you that you were asking about a calendar for a wall calendar. Now I have had wall calendars in my past that I've created, and I've created about 5 of them. But what happened was I got really busy and wasn't able to create as much new content as I wanted to insert into the new calendars every year. So I had to take a break for a couple of years there just to be able to get more content. So now I am excited to announce that I finally have my 2019 wall calendar available. So very excited. This is called Dimension 6 because I've already had 5 others, and now this is the 6th one. And this one is this is the large size, by the way, that I have. Is going to be available in 2 different sizes. This is the large size, and you can see the front and the back. And then this is all 12 months. The largest one gives you lots of room in case those of you like to write on your calendars. So I'll show you what it looks like. Just here's January, my birth month, by the way. This is what it looks like. I think you guys can all see. There's lots of room, lots of room to write in here. And also each one has an awesome picture of my magical artwork. So depending upon what month, they're all different, obviously. And some of these has all of my new star images in here. Most of them are in here as well. And so I'm not going to show you all of them, but you can go check it out. You can see all the images that are on there on my website. It's under the section if you go to the store, go to shop. It's super easy to find when you're looking in the art section of what I have to offer. Also, yeah, this is really exciting. Thank you guys for sharing this. I do definitely take your suggestions and what you guys want from me and from my content and from my creations as well. So that's there and available on my website now. You can go check it out. It's available directly on my website in the shop section, and you can check out all the good stuff that's there. It's under the art section as well. So stay tuned as this fall we launch Eyes Wide Open on Sci-Spy TV, and some new information with video content that will be launched as well. That will be coming, I don't know if it'll happen the end of this year. It might be into the beginning of 2019, but you'll get notified of that if you are on my list, my newsletter list. And I also like to post things on Facebook and all of that. So if you're on my Facebook page, then you can go check all of that out, whatever is upcoming. And I think that's all we got for today, but I'm super excited for all the goodies and everything that's coming forward. I love you guys, and I want to send you all the blessings for this fall, for the abundance and all of the things coming forward for this fall. Now, I want to do one thing. This is kind of splitting this up a little bit, but I'm just going to pick a card right now. This is like live, me picking a card here, which is going to sum up the entire fall, okay? So as I'm looking here, I'm just picking what is going to sum up this entire fall season about what will be for the Oracle consciousness for us all. What do we get? Manifestation. What a perfect, absolutely perfect. This is why these cards are so accurate, might I add. They are right on, spot on. Okay, this is like even the harvest, right? This is the picture of the harvest and all that abundance and all of this stuff coming forward. It's like this beautiful, oh my gosh, overflowing, outpouring of new energies and life and money and manifesting and abundance. So that couldn't be more perfect for this fall. So you guys all go out there and create to bring forward what you want to bring forward this year, or for this the ending of this year and into the next year as well, bringing forth all your creative projects and ideas and everything new and exciting as well. So I will see you guys really soon. Thanks for watching. If you want to join in on all this fun, if you haven't already, you can go join my YouTube channel here and be joining this wonderful tribe who are so lovely and so spiritually oriented, and just I love all of you guys so much, and I'm so grateful to be here to share content and information and insights and messages and whatever comes forth on this channel. So with that said, I love you guys, and I send you all love from the galactics, the elementals, and the fairies. Blessings and namaste.